Hi friends, this is Chris with Peace of Mind, and I'm here today to give you a little look at myself in action making some sewing books. We started this the last video, and I'm just kind of continuing it. I have continued on and glued down the covers. Last time we started, we made the covers. And then now I'm starting to decorate the inside of the books. There is I believe a 2 or 3 part on how to make the sewing book completely, the instructions on how to make it. But this is just, I'm making some more, and I thought I'd just take you along with me as far as when I'm decorating them. This one, we used an old bureau scarf, remember, and I did glue this down to the cover, and glued down the back. I didn't really feel any need to put anything else on here, but I did add this little pair of scissors. It's a bigger charm, and I added that to the front. I put a little bit of glue underneath here on the scissors so it wouldn't flop around, so it kind of stays put. But it kind of looks like it's hanging from, and I added a little bow right here so that it kind of looks like it's hanging from the basket. Okay, and on the side here, I used a ribbon that I purchased. It's kind of some satin ribbon that's wrinkled. Kind of looks like crepe paper almost, the way they wrinkled it. It just came in a roll. I got it at Hobby Lobby. Okay, so let's open this up, and I have attached the ribbon, the tie, on the inside of the front and back, and then use these little lace hearts to cover over the area that showed with the ribbon being glued down. Okay, so I have like 6 pages in this one. I'm going to decorate some of them as I would on my sewing books. Right now I just have 1 sewing book on Etsy, but I'll be making 6 in this go round, and I'll be putting some of those on Etsy also. Okay, so let's see what I have. I just kind of picked out some stuff that I might use to decorate in this journal. This front page kind of has a lot, but I wanted to audition, maybe put something here. Excuse me. Put something. Often, you guys, the reason I always sound like I have a frog in my throat is that oftentimes, and I do this in the morning, do these videos in the morning. Oftentimes in the morning is the first time I've talked to somebody all day, so. That's the reason. My husband usually isn't around to talk to him when I get up, so because he sleeps longer than me. Let me see. I don't know if I like that or not. I think I might like something longer that might like be a piece of lace that hangs down to hook something on. Let's see if this would work. I kind of like that. Okay, I think I could use that as a as like a fabric strip. I don't know if I want to cover over that pretty lace. Yeah, I think that would be okay. This here. It snowed here a lot yesterday. It's been snowing a lot lately. I live in Colorado. In January, we usually get a pretty good amount of snow. So actually, we need the snow so badly. Okay, I think I'm going to put that there. I am going to take out a lot of these ribbons that come on the spools that are kind of wide, have wires in them, and I usually take those out. They still have the stability of this folded over edge here so that they don't get too unruly. Okay, and I'm just using my Fabri-Tac glue, as I mentioned before, to glue fabric to fabric. You know, I pretty much always use the Fabri-Tac, but then also I find that it's pretty much the only thing that works for gluing either paper or fabric down to the felt. I know you can buy certain glues, and I did buy one glue and tried it, and it didn't work. So I'm sticking with this. It's taking a little while for this to come out, but it's on its way. And I oftentimes will leave a space up here on top a little bit, so that I can glue a piece of lace over the top of that if I want to. I haven't decided yet on this. Okay, so that can hang down, and then it can you can insert pins in there as a holder for your book. I'll just kind of give you an example here. Go. I attached it to the backing, but I don't need to do that. Okay, so I think that will work for that page. I also, let me put a piece of wax paper under this book before I get it covered with glue or anything. Don't want that. There we go. Okay, I do think I maybe, let's see, this is going to be a pin cushion. I'll show you how to do that. I probably won't put it on that first page. Maybe just kind of hide it in here. And I'm going to put it all the way around the heart, just on the edge, leaving part of one of the sides open. So I'm just putting as thin of a bead of glue as I can on here. And I'm going all the way around. And then I'm coming up a little ways from the point of the heart, so that I have this little space right here where I can go in and stuff the heart with some fiber fill to make it be like a pin cushion. So I decided where I want it on the page. I think I'll put it kind of down, a little bit down towards the bottom. I think I left this side open. Yeah, I did. That side open. Give it a minute or so to dry. I think what I'll do is I'll get the fiber fill out while it's drying. What I do for this is I just keep a baggie of fiber fill with my supplies to make these books, so that I don't have to go searching for my fiber fill, and you don't need much at all. Okay, and then I'm gonna start stuffing this in. I just need little pieces at a time. Don't try to do the whole thing at once, because you'll get too much in there. Okay. And you don't really want to overstuff it too much, because then the book gets too wide and awkward. You don't want those pages to be too big. Okay, and then just kind of maneuver it around a little bit. I think that's enough stuffing. This is a little slow stitched heart that I made previously. And then I just make these, I make several of them at a time and then put them in my box of supplies that I use for making the books. Okay, so if you don't have any fiberfill on hand, you might just take some quilt batting. You know, you have some extra pieces of quilt batting and just kind of ruffle that, tear that up so it looks like fiberfill, and then just put it in there. Okay, and including these edges down. Use a wipe for patting it down to get any excess off of there. And I have this floss hanging down from there, this thread, and that's fine. It doesn't matter to me. Okay, let's see how this looks with a few pins in it. When I make these books, I do include pins, needles, and other accessories. But I usually don't put those in till the end of the whole process. There you go. Put pins in, and this is even handy to have out as you're working on something. Maybe you're working on something small, and you could use it for your. I often will, like, especially on my slow stitching, I will need a few pins at a time, so I could just open up the book and grab some pins, and then as I go, then I can just put them right back in the little pin cushion. I'm going to take this out for now while I'm working on the book. If you're making your own book, I would suggest you do that. Don't fill it up with pins and needles until the end, because as you're going along, you might inadvertently prick yourself with a pin or needle, and you don't want to do that. Okay, another thing I usually include with the book is I put on a strip of a cut up tape measure. This one isn't very straight on here. I'm going to trim it up. Okay, I have yellow, or I have blue. I think I'm going to use yellow because I have the yellow here and I have some yellow in the flowers. So I'm just going to put some fabric tack along and I'm making sure that I on the ends here that I cover the whole ends. On the sides, I don't really need to cover those completely, but on the ends so that it holds down. Okay, before this video, I'm going to put up a video of my February giveaway. So you'll see that first, and then you'll, of course, be watching this one. Through the month of February, I'm having a giveaway, and you can go on to the video February giveaway and look on there and see what I've got for the prizes. And of course, you'll need to subscribe if you're not a subscriber. So if you're watching this video, then just go to the one before it, and you'll get all the info. Okay. You could put something else on this page if you wanted to, something decorative, perhaps a little pocket of some kind. Maybe I'll try that. Let's see. I don't have anything right now, but I'll wait and I'll try something on that page. I do have a little fabric. I can do a fabric flip. Show you how to do one of those. I'll do it back. Back here. And I'm going to move it down a little bit because I'm going to probably put a strip of something on there. Lace or something to cover over it. I know that a lot of states this week have gotten this storm. Actually, it started kind of in Colorado and is going up through the middle of the country, and then tomorrow is supposed to hit the East Coast. So I hope everybody is safe through that. It's funny how much times have changed, and now we have all kinds of information about the weather and what's coming and what to expect. And they're usually pretty right. Whereas, kind of in the old days, by the old days, I mean when I was growing up as a kid, you just kind of took. I mean, they could forecast back then when that a storm was coming, but they had no idea where it was going to go and how much snow you would get and how cold it would get and all that kind of stuff. So I don't know which way is better, to not know, or I guess to prepare, especially to prepare for ice and floods and fire and all that kind of stuff. It's very good to have that weather forecast. Let's see. How about this little piece of lace across here? I like that. You can see how long these do take to make. It is a while. I mean, and then depending on how much you want to add and so on. I know it's kind of like a journal to me. When I get going on a journal, then I stop and I look at it and I add more, and then I think, oh, I'm finished. Then I consider myself finished, and then a few days later I'll go back and look at it and add more. I'm even adding more all the way up to when I sell it and send it to somebody. Okay. And I'll keep this ribbon out because I'll probably use it on another area in the journal, like maybe on the side of a page. I'll just go ahead and put this one here and cut it so that I'll have it for the side of a page. And it has the colors, the lavenders and the purples, and goes with the front as well. I love this idea of using the old vintage dresser scarf to make this. I also found this flower that I had made, which I may put that here. Sometimes if you have a lot on one page, you might not want to put too much on the next page. And then, of course, this page can be used to the felt makes an excellent place to put pins and needles. Let's just glue this one on here. I wouldn't want to put it here because then it's in the middle and that's where that pin cushion is, and also that's where this is, so there's more bulk there, so that's why I'm going to put it down kind of on the bottom of the page. Or I could put it on the top also, but I'm going to put it on the bottom. Go. I don't need to glue this whole thing. I just part of it in the middle, and then it could also be used to as a place to put pins. Speaking of pins, I like to use these little like here we've got a little elephant, and I like to use those to put into the journals. Let's see, what color do I want here? Maybe the purple one. Okay, not right now because it's kind of fiddly, but I would put a little bead of glue here, and then later I can use that to pin down into the flower, like so. Let's go ahead and leave that here for now. Say, what else did I have in here? I'm not going to go too much longer. Oh, on each one I do a button page. So what I do is I take a little packet of a little packet that I buy. I buy these in bulk, and then I put in some buttons, and then I can just safety pin those up to the top, and then I put a decorative something on the side. Maybe I'll put these ladies, and then some buttons down here. Actually, glue buttons down. So that'll be what I'll do for that page. And I'll select some. I have a bag here that I keep my buttons in. I do have a lot of buttons because I got those buttons from Agnes, and I have a video entitled Agnes's Buttons. And I'll tell you all about the ones I got from her. But here, I can glue this down. I can even leave this, I think I will leave this open as a pocket on the top so that maybe some thread or something could go in there. But I put some buttons there. Across. And then those two pages will be done. I also, I'm just going to move these over here. I also do a page with scissors, and usually the way I do the scissors is I have this little pair here, and I make a pocket for them out of some of the paper. So this would of course not be big enough, but you get the idea. You make a pocket out of paper, or you could use felt as well. So, thank you for joining me today.